This is Karsa.
Right.
Karsa KKWX. Karsa's my name. KKWX is my empire, and today we're starting with some really funky stuff. Anyway, writing, coming up with ideas, dealing with
you.
dinosaurs and stuff.
Raiden will wipe out all life on every planet by mechanizing it.
I mean, to be fair, Raiden technically already does the whole devouring thing with Roombas.
You don't technically do
Dust.
that.
Dust and Roombas.
They don't devour everything. You are not, in fact, a Grey Goose scenario.
No.
I would say
I am the one that's part nano machine.
Anyway,
if anyone's devouring shit, I would say it's Ignatius, the devouring flame. But maybe that's just me.
I mean,
So what we're saying is that you're going to wipe out all life in the universe. Got it.
No, I'm just hungry.
I mean, it depends if all life in the universe pisses him off enough that he's like, I'm gonna eat you.
I mean,
And
he
then
is the
he
Godbound of
starts,
Vengeance,
doesn't
so...
stop. You know, it's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Pringles aren't even that great.
Dude,
You make
it
a
doesn't
character
matter.
where it's just
that
Godbound and gluttony.
They're,
It's
No,
just
no, no.
potato chips in general. It's the last time you only had one potato chip.
well, now that we've
Yeah,
gone way off tangent,
Here's my box. It has $50 worth of magic in it. I pull out one card, Stoneforge Mystic.
does anybody remember what happened last week?
We talked to the bear. We started
It did
coming
not
up with a
go
game
very well.
plan.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
It went
bear-
well, but
They're
it wouldn't
fucked
go well.
off.
The bear did not like being called out on their blatant bullshit and their hypocrisy.
Wouldn't it be bear shit, not bullshit?
Well,
Maybe
that
bear
was
shit.
the thing. Because
Okay, I am joining the side of the enemy against Ignis. I will in fact send the enemies first.
It was 100% the hypocrisy of the amount of bullshit when, yes, it should have been bear shit.
Speaking of which, after the bear did go away, you guys ended up on the ship and you had a conversation with Liz and with everybody else, and it went surprisingly south.
Surprisingly well.
Surprisingly well and
it-
surprisingly south.
It surprisingly went.
Yep.
Actually, would you actually consider it southeast? It went southeast.
What?
South by north-south.
Whatever. So at this point in time, you guys are at on downtime.
Yeah, Shiv is working on plans with Liz to dethane the Thanes, or at least give them the option. Because it's gonna be the only way they'll ever be able to breed again.
I mean,
Let this be a lesson. Do not genetically modify your humans into insectoids.
Oh, but dude, I want to send people to Mars.
just because they have a carapace doesn't mean they're insectoid.
Exactly.
I would argue they're closer to crabs.
Crab people.
Everything turns to crap.
Oh my god, this is gonna go real well today.
I mean, Shiv ended the session with 3 effort.
See, here's the
Oh.
thing, right? We're going to meet the Emperor, we're going to give him the nuclear noogie, and then he's going to go for a scuttle.
No, we're just gonna throw butter at him till he dies.
Brablante! Are we going to draw on him with a permanent marker that he can't erase?
Alright.
I'll get the old bay.
Alright, Shiv,
Shiv-
what are you working? You're working on with Liz, right?
Yes.
Liz
Yes, we have basically commandeered medical into a genetics lab.
Oh,
Alright.
No, you haven't. We need medical. For
Liz?
you have your own genetics lab, my guy.
Yeah, you do.
With better state-of-the-art computers than even you can make.
So, Liz will say, alright, bring me up to speed to what you know so far.
Well, see, pulls up the genome. Well, I know that I can, in fact, unravel this DNA with the fucking bioweapon I created.
Can you
I know the thing I
unravel
modified
it and then keep them alive, or are you gonna totally unravel it and then just kill them?
No, I
kill
would rather keep them alive and get them back to as human as they can.
Have
which-
you gotten to the point where you can keep them alive, or do you know?
I do not know yet, because because up until we got into space, I was still on the genocide path.
Then honestly,
That's why they're requiring samples. But if, and he takes out the plans for the bioweapon, if I remove a couple of bars here and there from the code that I made for it, at least it's no longer a bioweapon. Then it's just Then it's just a matter of reversing the mutation. In which case, I need to scroll back down. I really need to start marking these in the various things. That is too far.
I'm picturing Liz having a mental breakdown as you're scrolling through your text files on the tablet and she's just seeing the absolute ramblings of a madman.
Yeah.
That's happening on every fucking computer because they can.
You don't have them organized?
You can see all of them at once.
Yeah, there's just like text scrolling rapidly on every screen.
Like, theoretically, Shiv snaps his fingers and everything turns into the fucking Matrix code. I could have everything in this and nobody would ever be able to translate it.
Well, the only way you're gonna find out is if it can survive is if we have a thing in itself that can change it. That we can use to change on them.
True. And that is why Shiv is committing effort to scrolling back up through the... He spent literally 6 months perfecting this bioweapon. He is going to use the best course to undo the weapon part.
Okay.
And I am nearly falling off my bed.
Gain 1 sentence of truth information. Alright.
Because we used a lot of... Because Shiv put a lot of time and, honestly, effort into making the bioweapon.
And it's going to take a little bit to change it up.
I mean...
Best way to accomplish your current desire, 1, you do need a guinea pig.
Yeah, and 2, we probably
Actually,
do
you need
just
2 guinea pigs.
Yeah, and the other thing we probably do in fact need is a fucking version of the machine for ease.
I mean, depending on how long it's been, at some point, you know, some dudes come in with like, you know, crates that are the recovered remains.
Yeah, but we can't bring those back to life.
But you can guinea pig them. They ain't gonna complain.
That is true. You can at least use some of their cells to see if they'll not break down.
Yeah, we've gone from Geneva Conventions to Geneva Suggestions again. Thanks.
Cloning and genetic engineering isn't covered under Geneva Convention.
Isn't it?
No.
Huh. Good to know.
So,
Well, Shiv will immediately extract some blood again because that's where they started the last time.
I think actually, and this is what Liz will say, I think just extracting blood is not really what you should be doing. You need to extract the actual DNA. Skin.
Well, Shiv will take out his homemade shiv that is his scalpel and start working.
Ah, she began headbutting it.
And you're gonna make some slices that can go underneath a microscope so you can look at it.
I'm trying to comprehend Cormac's joke.
You also might want to do some protein electrophoresis as well, because that will help you understand more about the amino acids that are being used.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna also actually argue on Shiv's point on this. Technically, blood's also full of DNA.
Among other things.
I mean, everything is full of DNA. It's kind of the point of that.
But
The problem
there's-
is, when you're working on genetic modification, you need more than just the DNA. There's also a series of different RNAs that you need.
Yes.
Which
Fair.
is just what she said when she said
Yeah,
protein
Shiv will start
electrophoresis.
Shiv will just start extracting various pieces. It's a good thing this thing is dead, because otherwise it would be screaming.
Well, I mean, here's the
I
thing,
don't
right?
think it'd be screaming. I think it'd be cutting you up into pieces. Personally.
You have access to an advanced
Touche.
lab set.
Yeah, Shiv is just putting samples of tissues from various parts. Takes out a... God damn it, what's that thing that they use to check to do, like, biopsies of, like, things like the brain and whatnot?
CAT scan? I don't know.
Biopsy requires you to take a piece.
No, I don't know.
I know it's a thing that they used to do. Now, largely, they do in fact just scan the entire thing. But taking all the tissue, getting all the data, etc., etc.
Working on
I don't
all
know
the
why that bottom
pathology.
popped in my head.
Basically, we have made a fucking Morgan forensics lab. Enhance again. Oh look, a fingerprint.
You mean enhanced 13 to 36 track, right? Oh my god, I'm now seeing 18 million fucking reflections that don't exist in this Polaroid photo that I scanned.
And so, hence, they are working on that. Is there anything else you are doing while working on the Thane parts? Because of course there's going to be a time when there will be
Yeah.
a break and you'll just
Yeah,
have to
Shiv
wait.
Shiv, while some things are loading out, will eventually get himself his bottle of whiskey, offer some to Liz.
And she will take it.
And we'll look at all the things on the screens, because, well, at least one screen. He can read the rest from even while his back is turned to them. Honestly, this entire thing feels like a project that, honestly, should never have gotten as out of hand as it did. What was the logic in trying to send the Thanes after Blangeal, when the Celestials couldn't do a damn thing about Blangeal?
The logic is having some cannon fodder.
Yes, but then it ended up with candidates who were largely, I imagine, prisoners of war to start with, as well as other prisoners, not just Mortis, who was a fucking soldier himself. There were people.
Yeah.
There were people in there who wanted to kill, but there were other people in there who I imagine were just innocent soldiers, innocent prisoner. Well, no such real such thing as an innocent soldier, I suppose. You're still killing people, but ones that were court-martialed, I imagine, were on top of the list as a punishment. You know, the stuff that you set the people who are set for execution first, give them the option to live if they agree to these experiments.
Okay, well, the experiment was for one thing and it ended up being for another.
Sounds about right.
Because originally the experiment was to find out, according to Willis, he and his wife were working towards trying to find the cure for cancer. They managed to find it, but she died at the time. He used his subjects and made them into something more.
And decided that, oh, hey, if we can do this, we can change anything. And did! pretty much.
Pretty much.
All in the name of the vendetta against Blengio. But my question is what was Blengio's horse in that race?
She was trying to become immortal. And managed to do so.
Yes, and has been evading the rest of the Celestials largely ever since. Let alone the Thanes.
And so he thought the only way is to use these cannon fodder against her so that when he had the chance, he could destroy her.
But the Celestials basically say they will not kill each other. So the bear basically just put him stuck in a task that he could never truly complete.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to question some of the Celestials' logics more.
Mm,
Because I know the owl is going to come after me eventually, most likely.
I don't know about that.
Mm.
I honestly
No.
don't. What I do know is that the bear kept saying Lengiel is impossible to kill.
Well, I'm sure we'll prove that wrong.
Good luck. I'm hoping.
I think the problem is that they have with her specifically is her ability to take other people's abilities. You attack her if Lucky Cat is anything to go by, or a bad kitty, I mean, is anything to go by. You attack her with one thing, she'll stop it and take it for herself. Attack her with another thing, she has to swap out.
Yeah.
Sure, you could just keep running rings around her that way. But eventually you'd tire yourself out going around in circles. And then she has it.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd need to find a way to get her on the back foot. Ironic that she commands a basic League of Assassins.
Not only that, she commands a specific race
Hmm.
that are, well, they're very similar to the Thanes in that they are kind of like locusts.
Yeah, that's my entire thing. That's my entire thing that I keep bringing up, trying to get across to everybody else. Like, even if we were to just completely wipe out the Thanes, there's nothing stopping anybody from trying this kind of shit again.
Oh my god, it's like there's nothing stopping anybody from making weapons of mass destruction or anything. Oh, fuck, man.
To be fair, this point was brought up and dealt with last time. That was covered.
Yes. And
No.
at least we succeed at this. We're giving the Thanes a choice. I know there will be many who will resist because they like the more durability that they have.
I would expect a fight. I would actually expect not only a civil war, but a major fight. There may be some that would like to return back to the way they were, but then there are others that, why should we take the power that they've already been given away?
Yeah. There's going to be more schisms than just the ones that have fucked off and decided they don't want to fight. I know this. You literally have just said that you could foresee it.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that we're giving them the choice. Because I guarantee there were some prisoners in there that would rather try to reclaim at least some of their humanity.
If there was. I honestly don't know. I was not
And-
there when they were made. I was there when he wanted to go back after Blood Shield. And I decided to leave, and he came after me to come back.
Mhm.
So,
Now, of course, the real decent question is was he already playing host to the bear by then?
yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions because it does seem like a lot of things center on this system of Scorpio.
Yes and no. It's only because you see this part of the universe that you think it is revolving around this system. There are a lot of things that are happening outside of your
Oh yeah.
spectrum.
Well, you say that, but I could theoretically know anything that's going on throughout the entire universe if I really had the ambition.
And again, you would know that this is a fringe world and there isn't a whole lot going on
Yes.
compared to what is going on outside of this fringe world.
Yeah, like case in point, every day while I was working on, he again pulls out his sample, one of his samples of the weapon. While I was working on this, I was asking how long, if Willis was still in containment. Eventually, the answer to that question became no.
Yeah.
But that's all the way on fucking Pluto, which is, oh, what was it, 3 months away?
And they're insanely large distance.
It's a long
Yeah.
time.
Now,
But then you didn't know my husband and how he was able to engineer things even better. And I
Well-
foresee Raiden being able to become as strong as he was.
even without the bear, I can foresee most of us eclipsing at least some of the ability of the Celestials. What effect that would have on the greater universe, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to know.
I definitely don't. Well, is there anything else you need from me, or?
No, I'm just gonna sit here and continue my work.
No, I'll work on this protein electrophoresis for a time. I'll set it up, and it's got to go for at least 24 hours. So.
Well, good thing most of the rest of the ship doesn't need to sleep.
Good. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next person who would like to do some downtime.
Nobody wants to do a sparring session?
Ignis.
With who?
Ignis,
With who?
is there anything you want to do?
How much time are we working with? Because I do have something in mind, but it might be a bit longer of a goal than what we have
You
time
have
for. at the moment.
as long as you need.
Alright, fuck it. In that case, do you remember the Siren people that Cormac and Ignis spoke to somewhat recently?
Yes.
Ignis is going to continue trying to ingratiate himself into their society.
Okay.
The goal is obviously try to induct them into my cult, but it's a bit of a touchy subject to do that with the king, because I don't want to usurp his political power, as it were, because that would make things a bit more difficult than it needs to be. What I do think is more reasonable to try to accomplish, however, is to have Ignis induct himself as a religious leader of the peoples, through the use of displaying his own feats of minor magic. Well, not even minor, but his own feats of essentially magic and divinity.
Okay. I can see that.
Also purport himself as protector of sorts, because considering that they do not even know what weapons are, and they
Well,
look
they
to
do know
Glendale
what
for
weapons
protection.
are, but they don't know the kind that go boom.
You know,
But
propulsion
basically,
weapons. Not propulsion.
Glenn
Projectile
was
weapons.
offering herself as like a protector for them. Ignis is going to attempt to usurp that position from Glenn and take it for himself, because as he can demonstrate, he is here. He actually can offer some amount of protection while he is present on Beppo. And if they were to become his followers, he can offer even better protection even when he's not on Beppo.
They will be interested in knowing how that is possible.
By communing with the faithful. Beings such as myself are able to hear the prayers and pleas of those that swear fealty to us. Well, fealty isn't really the right word. Those who look to us for salvation.
Mm.
For instance, as Ignis pulls out the crown jewel of the Sovereign, he'll use it to gaze upon Opus. I'm able to see the happenings of an entirely different planet. And at a moment's notice, if crises calls, I could be there in an instant.
Are
If you
you
were to
wishing
cooperate.
us to build a shrine upon a shrine for you?
It would facilitate matters. Obviously, I'm not asking you to tear down any of your current buildings, but I'm sure you have enough space where we could find something to create a place of worship. We're introducing them to the concept of churches.
Mhm.
Oh no!
No, organized
You know
religion.
what? You know what? I'm just gonna glass the planet right now and save them a lot of heartache. Hey, you got a phone call. Quick, you better hop off the planet because I'm about to blow this place up.
And to reiterate, of course, I forget, did the king ever give us his name? I'm pretty sure he did, but we might have skipped over that portion because I remember you
He
wanted to name the
did.
entire court.
It was a long time ago.
Oh, that's unfortunate. The GM doesn't remember, but I do.
Hey, she's got an excuse.
No, she should remember everything of every session.
No, she's not the two people who take notes and me who will randomly remember after session.
What the fuck are you saying about that? Who takes notes? Sure as fuck ain't me.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
He's actually being quite vocal about that.
The king's name was Lyre, as in the instrument.
Oh, yeah. But obviously, I assume I have to pitch it to Liar first, at which point I will assure him that's like, I have no interest in usurping your political power or robbing you of your day-to-day leadership of your people. I'm not interested in being a king. I'm not interested in staying here to oversee your people in a direct fashion. I'm merely here to offer an alternative to Blendeel for your protection.
And what of your friend? What of the other one, Cormac?
I'm sure he'll try to settle his own deal with you at some point, but at the moment he's not here. I am. But obviously, I don't want to say obviously. I can't volunteer him for helping me protect you, but I am sure that if push comes to shove, he will not abandon you like Blendeel would either.
What would you need for your shrine?
Just people to keep it in working order. People to take care of the grounds, to clean it, to offer reverence is a big deal. But as far as like materials, I can supply all that myself.
We would still be able to keep our own community as is.
I have no interest in encroaching upon that.
What do you get in return?
Well, the main thing is that in order for this to work, you would have to offer me the respect that is befitting the position. I understand that you are a king, but I am also a being that commands some amount of respect. I do not wish to usurp your power, but I would effectively be, to put it into numerical terms, the number 2 around here.
What would you be expecting, though, from us besides that?
Nothing. Just carry on your life. This isn't palatable towards you. An alternative is I could try to teach you how to defend yourselves, but the combat prowess of a mortal will always pale in comparison to that of a god.
Basically, what they're trying to get at is you want a shrine, you're going to give us protection. I'm sure you expect something from us mortals. They want to know what it is.
Your undying respect and loyalty. Did that come through, or do I?
No, it came through.
It came through. This is kind of interesting, and the reason why I'm kind of flustered by this is that you're the one of all of the Pantheon here that is the most strict with your people.
Yes. I do realize that Ignis's tenets do not necessarily align with those that they might hold here. But this is step 1 for Ignis getting his foot through the door. Once I am inducted as a quote-unquote religious leader, then Ignis can attempt to sway their minds towards the way of Ignis's tenets over a longer period of time. I do realize that because they build a shrine and a church here to me does not necessarily mean they believe in my faith yet. Ignis is being purposely coy about this, however.
Yeah, okay, so in character, you're not telling them everything.
No. But if I told them that every month they'd have to sacrifice gold towards me, or subscribe to Ignis's beliefs on how to behave oneself, there would probably be some amount of clash. But
especially when there is no gold to forget at this moment on this planet.
Gold being a relative term, monetary sacrifices of some fashion. Considering that gold is not available to them, things like precious seashells or pearls or other forms of payment would suffice.
Okay.
All that matters is that they pay a scales toll of some fashion.
For one, they must subjugate Ignis as the only god, basically. Oh, okay. So, at this point in time, I need a charisma roll. And are you going to be putting any dominion into them, or are you going to just...
No. For the time being, Ignis is being, I suppose you could say, duplicitous, but everything he's saying right now is true. Even if they're not necessarily his divine followers, he will still offer them protection when push comes to shove. And while he cannot teleport to the shrine, he can still influence his surroundings from the shrine's position.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily through the apotheosis gift, but through the crown of the sovereign jewel.
Right. Very successful in your endeavors, and therefore he does accept you as a spiritual leader. You did help us. We will set up the shrine for you.
Alright, and then Adis will spend the next few days helping them set that up, because it does require him to spend his own wealth, unfortunately. Because
Well,
honestly,
luckily you've got an
they do not have
inexhaustible
wealth
horde.
to offer.
Well, luckily you're a dragon with inexhaustible horde.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Man, it's
come
been a
on,
while since that came up.
He's not going to give them his infinite amount of money to make a shrine. This is proof of their fealty.
Oh,
That
that's...
they would do this of their own bank account.
Well, the thing is, he kind of has to.
He has to. One, they do not have the equivalent to, Gain third level, the Godbound's worshippers can only...
Bear in mind, yes, they are not my worshippers. This is mostly just as a show for now,
Yeah.
until they do truly worship Ignis and the cult of the Devouring Flames tenets. But what is very real at the moment is the fact that it does have opulent objects that Ignis have that apply for the root of all evil. So even if Ignis cannot teleport to the shrine, he can still view from it because it has objects that he once traded and owned and bought.
Mm-hmm. And he can see what's going on there by...
So I can at least keep tabs on him. Like, Ignis is not lying. He will offer protection when push comes to shove, to the best of his ability.
The thing he's leaving out is that he's going to warp their mind slowly over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing it through magic. The rules of the game say I can't. But if I do get there with mundane persuasion, I think that's fair game.
I did say it was magical. I just said warping.
All right. So with that, you are managing to make a shrine, and a new set of people are joining you slowly. Right. Anything else?
That's it for me for now.
Okay. Raiden. What are you doing?
Raiden's been riding. Just tinkering away on stuff.
What are you currently working on?
Like 2 or 3 things at once. Partially working on, like, if you go to, like, where he works in, imagine, what, the workshop area, he's got, like, 2 or 3 projects working on at the same time.
What are they?
He's working, one is because, fuck it, and because it partially annoyed me, partially impressed me, he's making a Hard Doom, 1.0, or 1.01.
Oh, and this is the harpoon.
Yeah,
The Hard Doom.
What the Hard Doom is.
Yeah, what is it?
I hate you.
You're the one that's using your own terminology. What's the hard doom, Raiden?
Something Ignis made that was basically a harpoon on a chain.
Oh, the Hardoon.
Yeah.
Hey, considering it has been a while since when it made
I
it,
am basically making a... Because if the Hardoom is like the first version of it, Raiden is making the version, not version 2, but like...
Version beta.
Yeah. Well, that's still technically 2, but he's making alpha version number 2.
Okay.
Because it mildly impressed him and also mildly annoyed him at the same time.
And how did it annoy him?
The fact of how he actually forged it.
He did it quickly.
Yeah, no, I know he did. He just basically used his breath to weld 2 pieces of metal together, and then just used his strength to bend it.
And it worked.
Well, bend isn't really. He merged the metals, the ones that
Yeah.
are hot, with his super strength. We didn't bend a curvy stick to a straight stick. It was already straight.
So, walk me through what this thing looks like that you have
well-
made 2.0.
So, well, it's still alpha version. It's not 2.0. It is 1.01, effectively.
Okay, 1.01. Either way, walk me through it.
Well, instead of it being just a straight pointy rod, where there's no way to actually kind of bring something back to you,
Mm-hmm.
That was the point. I didn't want to.
No, he just wanted to
fair.
rip them
You
apart.
just wanted to throw something at someone and just have them pull you.
No, the idea wasn't for anyone to get pulled. There
Oh,
weren't any
fair.
hooks because I was supposed to throw it at someone and then just pull it cleanly out back to my hands and throw it at them again.
Yeah, the only
The
reason
whole point was to
why...
maintain distance, because the reason he made it is because the mortals had those fucking stun batons that turned off powers. I was like, I don't like that shit. I want to stay away from that shit.
Right, but
Fair. I mean, well, at least you now have one that can pull, because I made one that has barbed hooks on it.
the reason why he made it the way he did is he didn't want it to be pulled, but at the same time, the reason why it still happened was because the things could pull.
Well, now this particular one has barbed hooks on it that allow you to pull, and or depending on how hard you yank it back, could just tear flesh.
Yeah?
What you're saying is you made the hard doom that can rip and tear.
Yes.
However,
Until it's done.
if you have huge guts, it will get stuck in those huge guts.
That would be the point of the barb, yes.
Okay.
Next thing
And-
is just because
And this is a Doom
for
reference,
the
I think.
Absolutely, yes, it was. For the absolute shits and giggles, Raiden is making Riley a new weapon. That is a combination between a chainsaw and a sword.
So you're gonna give him an Ash Williams hand. Or
No.
her an Ash Williams hand.
Okay.
No,
I thought it
it's a
just had a
chainsaw
chainsaw.
mix and a sword.
So the thing that
Legally distinct chain sword from Warhammer, effectively.
Ah.
And this is a present, or does Riley know about it?
Riley has no idea.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Because it is the shits and giggles.
Shixon. Okay.
Hey, it gives Raiden something to do whenever he's
and
whenever
what's
he's
the third
not building, whenever he's not repairing the ship. It gives him something to do when he's not repairing the ship, and or wanting to go out and mine asteroids.
and what was the third thing you're working on? Because you said you were doing 3 things.
2 or 3. I said 2 or 3.
You did say 3.
Trying to figure out a way to make a basically indestructible Roomba for Shiv.
An indestructible.
Roomba to pester Shiv with. Because Shiv, every time one comes, it starts pestering him. Just unloads his fucking gun into it.
Okay.
Or throws the fucking,
So, because you are doing that, that's the one Widow's working on.
So it's oh god, okay, I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna become part of the Spanish Room Inquisition.
Uh,
The moment it gets finished being built, it immediately turns red.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was funny because the
No
design
explanation from how it went from black material to red. It just happened.
No, it's like Ryan's working with gray material on it, helping Widow here and there. And he comes back and turns around and sees it's red. It's not even painted red either. It's pure like it's pure red. Like
As though bake-like plastic had been used to make it.
yeah, it's like actual like the material was actually red to begin with. I'm like, what? You know what? I'm done. Nope.
We've got another one.
And I just find it funny that you are actually being tormented by Widow. Because that's what it is. Every time you turn around, Widow immediately whips out the spray paint.
No, it's Nano Machine, son.
it's the fact that
I'm
the,
the one nano
that
machine.
he is
Widow's a robot.
he is losing control of his Roombas.
Not all of them.
Just some of them, but they are called
He expects the Roomba
At
acquisition.
this point, I imagine there's at least 15 Roombas that are part of the Spanish Room Inquisition.
Uh-huh.
There is at least 2 Roombas now that are named Sharky 1, Sharky 2, that go around the ship not only cleaning but also playing the Jaws theme. And there's at least 50 other Roombas that just run around cleaning. Because a big ship requires lots of cleaning.
Oh, it's not just the Jaws theme. There's a few of them that Widow decides is going to play something similar to shanties.
Fair. Okay, I thought you were gonna do Tetris.
Let's say
Shanties.
Tetris.
I mean, to be fair, there's also the other one that's got Jaws painted on it, and it drives around.
Sharky 1, Sharky 2 actually looked like they were actually designed because one's got plastic on it, the other one just got cardboard because I was feeling lazy that one day.
Yeah,
And
the one
both are
the one
painted
that's got
gray.
Cardboard. The one that's got the cardboard shark fin sellotaped to the top. It goes around playing Rules of Nature.
So, all right. Anything
That
else?
means it loses.
That's the joke.
Well, I can't really make an animal. I can't really be making animals right now until we're back on Scorpio.
Why not?
I mean, I could, but they won't be able to shrink, sadly.
Mhm.
Later. You could do that later.
Not until I talk to the dwarves, because the dwarves are technically the ones that made the Jade Tiger and the Beetle. So until I learn how to make stuff shrink.
I was going to say that if you start trying to mutate my people, we are going to have words, and one of those words is fluffy without a squeaky hammer. Fluffy with the slight upgrade called jackhammers in both hands.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Okay.
mutate your people.
All right.
I'm just gonna be, just building animals.
Cormac, what are you doing?
I mean, he'll make some forays down to the planet to talk to the sirens and the other
Sea
the other
goblins.
set of people. No, they're with the sirens. Well, yes, them too, but the other civilization on the other side of the planet.
Oh. Okay.
But,
Oh
like,
god, we're starting religious schisms.
No, he's just checking on them.
Well, you will notice that there is a new shrine when you finally get there.
Alright, that's cool. They're free to do whatever they want.
And that one is definitely Ignis's shrine for the one side. Now for the other side, the ones with the Nixes and the
Hey, if the sirens want to throw in with somebody who's going to exploit them again, that's their own fault to make the same mistake twice.
True. But then you got the Sea Goblins and the Nixes, and they're on the side that you're there. So you're there. You're able to see them.
I mean, it's nothing RP worthy. This is just some stuff happening in the background. 'Cause
Okay.
most of his focus is just waiting on the Emperor to show up.
Well, Did you guys decide where you wanted to meet? Because they did say Andromeda, and then you said no.
Then they said something about a desolate planet. I thought it was desolate planet.
Okay, good. All right. Riley. Training. Okay.
Training people.
Anything specific that you would like to share, or just training people?
I don't got nothing right now. I'm essentially trying to work out like the best way that I can have, you know, something happen which she would comment on, because to be fair, see, when it comes to all the like shrines and Godbound shit, she doesn't care.
Her fucking business is her shrine.
No, I mean the general thing is she. Dude, have you not figured out? I seem to be the only one that actually doesn't have any aspirations to godhood
What?
out of the entire thing.
Hang on.
To be fair, you know, Mister, I'm going to start on this political intrigue with other groups and have people build shit and do all this other stuff.
What?
You have way
Build
more
what?
aspirations than you like to admit.
Not toward godhood.
Figuratively, literally, doesn't really matter.
Okay, well, you also have a bunch of people that are in your ship who you could interrogate, that you got from Legil. There are people that you're training. Is anybody gonna talk to any of the prisoners?
I mean,
Shiv
sure,
probably
if you
will
have-
eventually.
I mean, to be fair, it comes down to, do you actually have information that they would give us?
Probably not a lot.
Because, yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't really see the point of us taking up a bunch of time interrogating somebody to get the information we already know.
Yeah. The answer is probably they don't have a lot. But I was wondering if you guys were going to be doing anything with the prisoners.
I mean, we've basically gotten them to sign on to not working with Flagell. That's a success that's a success to me.
I mean, you guys did say you were going to give insurance and dental plan and...
I mean, some of them we plan on taking.
Yeah, no. I offered dental because you get that if you work for my company.
I think
Bryden is
That's the job.
specifically taking that one nuclear physicist.
Okay.
Guys, they have the best dental and medical care they could think of. They're in prison.
Yeah.
True.
Being psychologically tortured by Widow, because Widow is just playing Tetris theme.
You're not allowed to psychologically torture the prisoners. I will actually shoot Widow if you start trying to psychologically torture the prisoners.
Fair.
I don't want the entire detention level having PTSD every time they see a robo spider.
It's a robo spider being one of the Spanish Room Inquisitions.
You don't want them to all be like Shiv, shooting every electronic thing that walks or
Yeah.
rolls near them.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if it whips out guns and starts trying to kill you, then yeah, 100% shoot it. If it's just a Roomba doing his job, leave it alone. I don't want a bunch of people with fucking intense trust issues when it comes to you're walking down the hallway and you see a legit Roomba.
I mean, the red ones are in fact rogue.
I mean, to be fair, they're Roombas.
They're
You know what?
Roombas
Fair.
controlled by a hive mind.
They're still Roombas.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So yeah, it's just mainly, you know, training stuff up. Yeah, I mean, she'll probably spend most of the time like, you know, training with folk in the training area, and the fact that, you know, there's a excessively high likelihood that we have a major boss Thane that's intended to have his ass kicked.
I mean, some of your guys will report back. They're like, we don't want to use the training area because Cormac is just in there tearing shit up. When I say he's focused on the Emperor, when he's not on the planet checking out the other people, he is ADHD hyper focused.
Oh god, that means.
I mean, to be fair, there will be times.
Oh no, he's not there all the time. He's
Yeah,
not an asshole.
Yeah, if she's gonna walk in there with the intent of doing like a bunch of training stuff with a bunch of guys, and you're in there punching shit, it'll be like, you know what? You go punch shit in that corner. We have a need to use this. This is also mine, so fuck off over there.
Some of the guys will be like, you know what? We want to go practice spinning our rifles.
Raiden walking
Oh,
in,
no, you're not a bunch of twats.
Raiden getting called down because the training room needs repaired. I'm like, god damn it. Again.
Well, no, it's not needing to be repaired because it has self-repair, if you remember when the engineering returned.
Yes, because this was one of the things that the builder snuck in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Except for Fluffy. Fluffy's the only thing that basically can't be self-repaired.
No, it can't be self-repaired. That has to be repaired.
Which is all right, because I mean we have an engineering core.
Yeah.
I mean,
The room,
when I
it's
describe this as a PMC, I do mean a private army.
yeah. The whole thing about that room is that is the only room that is indestructible and repairs itself. The others have to repair. You have to repair the rest of the ship. That
So,
area
what I'm
right
hearing
there is pretty much protected.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is Raiden can go full nuclear blast in there and it'd be fine.
Yeah,
Would be fine.
it would be fine.
I'm specifying this again. You go nuclear on my ship, I'm gonna have words with you. One of those words is bang, the other one is slice. Potentially, the third one is going to be silent because it's you getting spaced.
Yay!
So, yes,
So-
you could go nuclear,
Shit in that,
but
yay.
if you did, you might find yourself spaced.
I mean, Raiden just casually just goes out in space every now and then anyways. I mean, like I said, if Raiden's not building something or just doing something around the ship, he's outside mining asteroids. Literally.
I mean, to be fair, at some point there would be a conversation where it's just like laid out. If you irradiate my people, I will not be happy about that. Because I've seen those tapes of what happens when you die from radiation poisoning. It's not pretty.
Right. So that would not work out for you.
I mean, if I remember one of the abilities, I could actually heal radiation poisoning. I think that's actually on a basic thing I could do.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
but you-
this is on the basis of you causing it in the first place.
I know.
Yeah.
The general
Yeah,
gist
just
would
because
be
you
like-
can clean up your mess, even though you can clean up your mess, you still made the mess in the first place.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
make
the
it
point.
make it connect.
Fair.
The other thing being, don't like irradiate my entire ship because that shit is difficult to deal with. And if you're going to mess around with your radiation bullshit, do it in the corner.
Side.
All right.
No, because he can have like minor detonations. You know, like
I mean, though,
30, 40 feet. I mean, effectively, this is the equivalent of telling the puppy to pee in the corner.
I mean, technically the minor donation would be critical mass. Little boy's 400 foot.
Okay, right. You radiate 400 feet in every direction. I'm gonna drag you outside and nail you to an asteroid.
Specifically nailed into an asteroid. I mean, you do have alacrity. I guess you can, in fact, move faster than the asteroid.
Asteroids don't move that fast. If you really want to make this a problem, do it. Nail them to
Do
a
it to a
comet.
comet. Just drop me off on a comet.
You know
Okay,
what? Fair
right.
enough.
I get the impression he would be having too much fun. Zooming through the sky on a comet. You know, he'd be doing the guy sitting on the nuke, waving the cowboy hat around.
Yeah, but he'd be having so much fun, he'd forget to come back. That's the point.
That's a good plan, actually. We'll just write that down. Wait,
40 or 60 years later, I come back to Scorpio.
Yeah, you come back around like Haley's Comet, except this time we turn the guns outwards and we blow it up. We'll do planetary bombardment on a comet.
How big of an explosion does that cause in the sky when all the missiles meet in the middle?
Not enough to matter.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably look impressive, but have very little actual effect.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I refer to that amazing line and what's the one? It's not Deep Impact, it's the other one, Armageddon, where the guy explains, you set off a firecracker in the palm of your hand, you burn your hand, you close your hand around the firecracker, your wife's got to be opening your ketchup bottles the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
Armageddon is such a fun movie.
Okay, well, there are some other people. There were the Thrall and the Mixism and the human that you guys brought back at the recent time.
Well, we knew
And-
about the human that was on ice. It's the Mixism and the Thrall that we know next to nothing about.
Oh, that's also another thing Raiden will also technically be doing too, is just checking up on them every now and then.
You will find that they're doing better. They're almost back to normal. They're still a little confused as to what happened. And even though you let them go, they were in a daze at the time. The Thrall is is occasionally conversing with Liz. The human themselves, they're
They were
kind
in
they're kind of to themselves, quiet to themselves. What?
They were in cryo, yeah.
They were in cryo.
Right, well, I mean, like, as soon as they get brought on board, they would immediately be getting sent down to the medical wing, in terms of, like, find out why this person's in cryo, and if it's possible, bring them out if it is safe to do so.
We did
and
that
save.
already. It's more they've got to recover because
They
They've
just
been in
have to
cryo for-
recover, and yeah,
Right, well,
this is
okay,
what
so
Liz
question-
is doing while you guys are doing other stuff.
Right, so the quick question there is, were they released from cryo planet side?
yes.
Yes,
Okay, right,
they
right.
were. You guys just didn't take the time. They ended up in phased. So it's
Okay, so
Liz is
for my next
basically-
level up, I want the word of disease so I can protect my people from all the space stuff that person's brought on board.
You're fine. It's called fertility. There's somebody on board that has it.
yeah. Kaya would be working
Yeah, but
against
she's
that.
not always going to be on board.
No, but she could get rid of the ones that the disease that is there right now, if there is any. But yeah, she'll be helping there. So you're in all you wouldn't be having to deal with disease at this moment because of Kaya. The Thrall, the human, and the Mixisms will be taken care of by Liz. If you go in, you'll be seeing Liz working on that and the protein electrophoresis.
So is Raiden going to tell the Mixism about all the fun stuff that's on Scorpio now?
He's gonna actually first off ask him where they're originally from. Like what planet they're from.
They will not know.
Oh shit.
Because of the fact of how they were born.
Okay, so like my question is now is then how were they born?
Test tube.
Yay, another test tube one. Okay.
They were made at the lab. So that's what they know. They do not
Oh,
know
so
that they were
actually-
originally from there, actually.
Oh, so they're actually from Beppo, technically.
Yeah, technically.
Hmm.
But they don't know.
That's a bit ominous. If we're on downtime and have nebulous amount of downtime,
You have as much as you need.
okay. Well, one of the things, if anybody tells Shiv that information, that one was actually born on Beppo, because Shiv would like to crack a query on that.
Okay.
Would they be as affected by the effects of the moon on Scorpio?
You're not on Scorpio.
I know. But if we put them on Scorpio, would they
Yes.
be affected by the moon? Okay, so that's just a freaking genetic thing that they have.
Yeah.
Well, no further questions needed.
I mean, you could have just easily told that from getting a DNA sample and then getting a DNA sample from taking another Mixzim on board.
You get similar results. Pretty much. So,
Well, good news is there's a very large community of their own kind on Scorpio 3.
yes.
Run by the big green mixes him.
And which Raiden and they would be kind of talking a lot.
I mean, Raiden would also be like doing the multitasking thing of like working on tinkering with something with his hands while actually talking with him.
They're
Like, he's carrying on the full conversation with him while just still tinkering with something in his hands.
But surprisingly, when you're talking to them, they seem a little bit primitive.
I mean, that
A
doesn't
little
surprise
bit
me.
less than civilized when it comes to who they are.
It doesn't surprise me.
Like, maybe even that they were one of the original created.
They'd have to be on Beppo for, what, how many years then?
But they were in cryo, it didn't matter.
There. Well, this is definitely different, but
So
okay.
it's kind of like taking a caveman into a world where there is technology of all sorts.
That's never a good mix.
They're
know
not
way
actually
too many TV shows
caveman,
about
but
that.
what I'm saying is primitively, they are more animalistic than anybody else on this planet, on this ship.
Got way too many TV shows based off of that. Well, Raiden's gonna at least be spending time with them to kind of try to make them a little bit more, kind of bring them up to a little bit more speed on stuff.
You will also know that they cannot write, they cannot read. They do understand your language because it's common and it was most common used. But yeah, they're as primitive as can be.
I mean, at least one thing Raiden will actually be doing, teaching them while working on stuff. Specifically, Raiden will actually be working on a thing to actually help them, help teach them to actually learn, read, write, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The entire time he's actually talking with them.
You're having decent conversations, kind of childlike conversation with them. Like the why, what's this, how did you get that, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, and then Raiden will explain it like, as patient as he can be at times.
So
Sometimes, because sometimes Raiden isn't that patient, but he tries.
But yeah, this one, I see this person in my mind. They're kind of like a loyal puppy dog. They got some of the puppy in them and human in them.
Yeah, part dog, probably part
Part
wolf, I
dog,
imagine.
part wolf. Yeah. And they're a little bit also aggressive at times.
Yeah, makes sense.
So they'll get when they get frustrated, they act kind of very, very primitive compared to holding it in.
That's where
Yeah.
once they get aggressive like that, Ryden will actually take him to the training room to let off steam with Fluffy.
Okay.
And
Ju-
the squeaky hammer of doom.
Well, sooner or later, Cormac goes to start beating things up in the trading room again. Just sees two Mixazibs and a robot with a squeaky hammer.
Specifically, I have specifically renamed the squeaky hammer of doom.
I mean, to be fair, I named it the Squeaky Hammer of Doom when.
Oh, you did? I
Yeah,
forgot.
he did.
I forgot you did.
She did.
My
So, yeah. But yeah, the unfortunate thing is
Squeaky
that
hammer of doom.
The squeaky hammer
Yeah,
of doom.
it's a giant robot that you use for training purposes, right? Like, I was specific on this, that effectively essentially it's treated as a thing for, like, if you were actually rolling combat in our training scenario. Just instead of it punching you in the face with a fist that's probably bigger than you and sending you across the room to splat on the wall, it bonks you with a squeaky hammer as a you fucked up.
yeah.
Unless
Because
you're riding,
they're
which it
old.
just sends flying with a squeaky hammer.
Well, yeah, you got thwacked with it multiple times because you can survive it. Regular mortals, however, would still get minced by the squeaky hammer of doom because it's being wielded by effectively a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the whole thing is that he upped the level of difficulty when it came to you.
Yeah.
It's effectively like, doing like shooting practice, like war games with like laser tag. Instead of a little light flashing to say you got shot, it's you hear a bonk. You get bonked with a hammer that squeaks. Like, you cannot bullshit not reacting to that because everyone in the thing hears it. I've seen how people do in the air gun thing.
Airsoft guns,
Yeah,
paintball.
where you get people that outright cheat and just ignore the fact that they've clearly been shot and pretend that they
Yeah.
haven't. This is a way to ensure the training.
Sometime
If
during
you failed.
it, Ryden's just gonna leave the new sword hanging off of the new sword for Riley in her room. Just like somehow just ends up in there without him actually going in the room.
Riley, you see
I was gonna say
a
it would be hilarious if you did that. Like, you walk up to the door with the chainsword, you open the door, immediately you hear a scream of a half-naked cat girl running in the bathroom, like, what the fuck does a dude with a chainsaw?
Yup. Because you did bring her up there.
Yeah, I mean, she'd probably walk in, find the chainsaw sitting on the table or something, and just be like, what the fuck?
How did that get in here?
We have theoretically 18 quintillion blades.
Yeah, but not. I mean, yeah, but still. Chainsword.
Nanomachines and the word of sword.
Still, chainsword.
So
Okay.
when Riley sees the chainsword, what happens?
You should probably like attach it to like a belt to essentially make a point of wandering around with it whenever she runs into the other PCs, just to see who reacts, knowing that she could simply ask, but she'd be obtuse about it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
like I'm actually considering that if we find an extra shard or two, I might actually make that into an artifact weapon.
Okay. Well, you do have a shard. Did you ever use it?
Nope, I'm saving it
Okay.
because I'm gonna be making something with it once I get a second one.
Yeah, you know, the person that's got every fucking item.
All right. So, anything else?
So-
Anyone else have any fun stuff to
I mean, while things are still synthesizing, scanning, etc., Shiv will eventually go and talk to the Thrall,
Okay.
because he kind of wants to know who they were made for. Because, for those who don't remember, because it's been a while since we've seen a Thrall, Thralls are basically pod people who are made for the purposes of being a perfect genetic match for organ replacement, etc.
Correct. And you will find out that they were made for one of the leaders that were there.
So they were literally just being kept there for parts, as you do.
You know, the funny thing is, we would already have the technology to 3D print organs on demand.
Yeah.
So this is just a display of.
This was actually, if you remember correctly, this roleplay has been way started way before we had 3D printing. So.
But it's the funny thing that as the advent of extra technologies makes things like seem kind of weird, it turns it into being a power play of being a dick to show like I will literally create a living, thinking, sentient being who vivisect them on the off chance that I need an organ, just as a power move.
Yeah.
Also because I'm a massive dick.
Yeah.
I know I could literally just type in a few commands into a 3D printer and print out the organ I need. But this is a point I'm making.
Yeah. Plus these work better because they're more they do less in rejection. Less rejecting.
I think you do know the whole concept of genetic match through 3D printing. They wouldn't actually work better. They'd work the exact same.
Yeah.
You don't have to defend it. I'm simply altering the purpose.
Okay.
It's a dick move, and I am super powerful.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so it would have been actually one of the leaders, probably, yeah, it would have been one of the leaders that was on the security leader. So they were not only being used for making new critters, but also for organ donation and keeping somebody alive.
So business as usual then for
Yes.
these things.
Yes. Yes. The fact,
And
though, that a thrall was there in the first place makes you wonder what happened. How did the thralls on Opus come to be if there's one there?
I mean, if they had the technology to make one, that technology is, at a guess, particularly common because we've found several.
Yes, and you found them with FN.
Yes.
This was with
And
Glengeal.
FN were also the people pumping SPX out there.
This was with Glengeal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not see the correlation?
Oh, I get it.
Can you explain it to everybody else?
Use your words.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Yes, yes, you do.
The correlation here being, well, number one, FN, not only were they using thralls for their experiments, as well as just kind of keeping them around, they were also the ones that were responsible for the Jarls.
Mm-hmm.
Glengeal, I'm just gonna call her Dr. Moreau for now, and keep things Is he out of Dr. Moreau Poke's domain?
You've called
Could
her
we get in trouble for
Dr.
that?
Moreau forever. I don't think so. I mean, the book is old.
Yeah, I know
So-
that. Not by H.G. Wells, so probably.
Anyway.
Anyway, the point is that either A, I'm going to let you guys pick the multiple choice options. Either A, Blangiel was one of the people who spearheaded the Thrall project. B, Blangiel has been allied with FN for quite a while. Or C, they both came upon the same idea at the same time. Which would you prefer?
I'm gonna go D, none of the above.
How about F, all
Nah,
of
I
the
mean,
above?
No, it wouldn't be.
No,
F.
it's not F. It's not
What
C and it's not D.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's A, B.
That she's been working on the project and she's been working with FN.
Well,
Yeah.
was working with FN. Past tense.
Was.
Yeah, because I mean, we do know that she's been involved with this stuff. Like, FN was a normal, everyday dude. Did not, as far as I'm aware, did not have any extended lifespan other than through the medical means of being a brain in a jar. But is less than several hundred years old.
Yes.
Therefore, she was working on that tech and fully, intimately aware of it way before FN was a twinkle in his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's eyes.
Correct.
You know, literally generations prior to his conception.
Correct. Alright. I'm going to take a moment to go to the restroom. And
Enjoy
then
your rest.
if you do not have anything more, then we'll go on and have a conversation that will bring us into the Emperor's entrance.
To the planet with Ignis shaped as Liz. Step 2, before anything even happens, I revealed the fucking fake celestial. Step 3, combat.
Step
four,
4, question mark,
Step
question mark,
five,
question mark. Step 5, profit. Jigs.
You don't need to go to step 4 and 5, because it either ends in victory or us dead.
Well, I mean, this is the point. Yeah, step 4 is whatever happened. Step 5 is profit. And if profit means, you know, everyone goes on to season 3, or
we end here.
yeah, or certain people, probably me, because I end up getting bored and I'm very self-detrimental, end up dead. I mean, that's still profit for people.
It's content. People get to see it.
Yep.
Oh, they get to listen to it.
We gotta listen
Whatever.
to it. This is more of a podcast than it is anything else.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have to keep correcting you, because I know there are podcasts that do this on a YouTube, like, you know, we fucking used to.
Yeah. We're doing it differently because
Yeah,
we...
no, I understand why you were having issues.
Yeah. So, anyway. You guys have anything you want to do other than get a conversation from Jergeon?
Shiv's just gonna keep on the genetic work, crack the prophetic insight to make things go faster. Probably some more best course, but otherwise we're on nebulous downtime.
Yeah, this is where you can do stuff that you wanted to do before we get into the big bad. And so in that case, it's probably going to be a few days from when you guys met with the Blangiel final battle lab. There's nothing else that you guys would like to do. I will be sending a message from Jergeon.
Sounds good to me.
The one thing that's funny to me is just riding, floating around in space, absorbing the
Riley.
radiation from the uranium.
You get a message from one of your people saying that Jergeon is once again hailing us.
Alright, on screen.
As they put it on screen, you see this big, large thing with his bulging veins and protrusion, bone-like structures. And
What's up, Jergeon? You been juicing?
It's been a busy day, let's put it this way. We have decided where we're going to meet you. There's a desolate planet, no longer really has anyone living there anymore. Celios 3.
Celios 3.
Celios 3. It's just outside of this solar system. You think you can meet us there?
Meet you wherever. While saying this, I will also be sending a message, like a text essentially, to the other PCs saying, Jergen's hailed us, bridge if you want to talk to him.
Okay.
Just to let the other PCs know.
And the booming sound from his voice, of course.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't hear that throughout the ship because
right.
No ship broadcast.
No. Yes, the Emperor would like to meet Liz.
Okay.
Shiv will stay down in the genetics lab for the moment.
Yeah, I'll have someone bring up like the location, and then ask them. Okay, so you got specific coordinates for us to head to?
Yes, we do have, and gives you those coordinates.
Yeah, we'll get someone to punch it in and bring up a specific map of that location. Any of the other PCs coming up?
I mean, I'll come up and say hi, but I don't really have anything relevant to talk to him about. I already handled that.
Ignis will pointedly not, because Ignis is obviously going to be absent from the quote-unquote meeting.
Yeah. Ignis doesn't want to show off. Their face. Alright. So,
that's an agreement.
You're now given coordinates to go to the solar system south of this one. It's southwest. Let me see if I can get this to... Yeah. Alright, so you can see the map. As you can see, there are places in Celios 3. Celios 3 is just southwest of Scorpio 3. Well, it's actually just south, directly south, and it's in another solar system. So, because 15 is Scorpio 3, and 4 is Celios 3.
No, 5 is Celios 3.
5 is Celios 3, so it's be south, just slightly south.
Yeah, it's like southeast.
Yeah, southeast. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's when we just arbitrarily add like 15 extra points between each compass bar.
There. That's where you're going. So, it's going to take you a little while, so you'll have a few days to do whatever you need to do. Prepare for whatever you need to prepare.
So we start driving around and we eventually make it there.
Eventually.
This is our objective path. This takes us like 8,000 years to get there. It's cool.
You stop by at a few places and you find that, we're in the wrong spot, but this is cool. Let's look at this.
Yeah, we got lost somewhere around Dracoli, and we had to stop and meet with Ignis's parents for lunch, So, I mean, when you got to catch up with your parents over several thousand years, it's a long convo.
Unfortunately
And then Shiv had to get out and pee a few times, and you know what happens. You stop off at the gas station, and they don't have what you need. But I could just picture like the actual how horrifying like an actual intergalactic highway would be.
Mm-hmm.
How many twists and turns.
And as you know, Bepo is actually part of the same solar system as Scorpio. So,
Yeah.
Which is right there. So, yeah, you're just going southwest. Not very far.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just south from the area that we're in.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where you guys are at. And now we can continue on with our conversation. You guys are all on the ship preparing your way to Celios 3. Now, if you remember, Raiden, Celios 3 is where the Mixisms used to be.
I know. I remember.
Hooray, we're heading to a ghost world.
You are heading to the ghost world of Celios 3.
Then we're gonna add to it.
Alright. As you get there, I do have a map for it. You finally touch down. Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to make it so that everybody else can see. This is the final thing for the season.
Hey, yeah. Jergeon actually gets to see Raiden for what he actually is now.
Yeah.
Because Jergen's never actually seen Raiden.
Alright. So, the coordinates are brought there. Jergeon is also going to be there. But then also is the Emperor's entourage. As you head there, you see skeletons of animals and creatures. And, yes, Shiv, you will be wearing a suit again.
Dang.
Because the air is very radiated.
Of course it is. I just can't win.
Is that a cow skull just right up here?
Drink some Radex, will be fine.
No, it was once a dragon.
Well, the question I would have is, so this is a dead, desolate planet.
It is.
What is the official no? You know, when you bring up Celios 3 in the galactic database of planets, like, what killed this world?
War. Nuclear war.
Ah, so everything went mad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of wish you told me this before, because like this would be one of those things that I'd be like, no, we're not meeting on an irradiated rock.
You asked for a desolate rock, desolate
No.
dead planet.
No, I did not. Others did.
Well, they found a desolate planet.
I mean, to be fair, I thought we were going to. My initial thought was we were probably going to meet on one of the moons.
This is Celios 3. So dragons were one time dragonoids were one time here. You are in a boneyard area. There's not much around except for sand and rock and gaseous, greenish gaseous well, greenish gas, which is kind of a radiated area.
Yeah, it's video game logic. The environmental AOE just glows green.
Yeah. There are some areas that, that there would be some rocks that actually are glowing green as well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And, but it is technically breathable.
Well, yeah, I mean, so is the air inside Chernobyl, but I wouldn't hazard it.
I mean, technically, you're only allowed to be in the area of Chernobyl for what, like an hour at most at times.
To be
give
fair,
you a
I
sticker?
was wanting to bring up Celios 3 so that Raiden would see the world that he wants to take over.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm not really complaining about it. I
He
just
sets
say,
up a nuke. We hear the kaiju scream.
Yeah.
dude, I'm pretty sure if he dug far enough, he'd find stuff to make his kaiju.
No shit.
Hell, you could probably comb the desert Spaceball styles and come up with kaiju parts.
We found more than shit.
Yeah. Well, no, the problem is when you do find shit, because it's radioactive shit.
So, Raiden taking a shit.
So, Raiden, how are you feeling when you step on this world? Oh, he went away.
Raiden, your number's up.
Okay, how the rest of you feel about this world?
To be fair,
Shivs.
I'm curious as to how Raiden's feeling because I have a question for Raiden, but he has to be here.
I'm back. Sorry, I had to help my grandma.
Alright.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, you see the world.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, how is your character feeling about landing back on a place that was
Never know
once...
because he's never been here.
Well, okay, but you do know this was the homeworld, the original homeworld.
Yeah. But again, still, I guess slightly anxious maybe, that's about it. Because like I said, he's never been here, considering he was technically born on Scorpio.
If we were
What,
playing
technically
Waystone
part of it,
Ministries, you would probably be having to do a weird roll. Because you would have this feeling of like echoes of your people here. You see
I can roll a hardiness save, or some will save, or whatever.
Spirit save.
This is gonna probably fail.
Good.
All this time, so you get some
Oh.
race memory exposition. Damn it.
Oh,
You can
damn.
choose to fail.
I'm gonna choose to fail it either way.
Alright.
Whichever one is a good result.
Okay, as you get out of the shuttle, you start to notice there was once people that roamed this area. You would see a few people in your
So
mind.
I'm seeing ghosties.
You're seeing ghosts.
Right, just
You're
puttered to
seeing
himself.
echoes
God damn
of
it, more
this
spooky
world.
bitch.
And you are also seeing the big gigantic dragon-like creature that was once here. You see its bones, but in you Raiden, particularly see it when it did not have bones. It was real life. And it was
Alright, now I'm seeing shit.
massive.
It just, oh great, now I'm seeing shit. More spooky bitch.
Spooky bitch. You do sense a little bit of the nuclear that is around, and you could see the gas coming off of the rocks. Yeah, and to your
It's gonna be fun.
to your right, you will see Jergen's men, 3 men and Jergen, and Thurgan is with them as well. And then you have the people that are closer to the ship, to the Emperor's ship, and there's a total of 10 regular things and 2 that seem a little bit more buff, and a third that seems to be the one that they are is their leader. Next to him, you see a wolf-like critter that has protrusions that of almost like porcupine scale, porcupine
Quills.
quills.
Spiky wool.
Yeah. So, and they are standing next to the one who seems to be in charge. What do you guys do?
In the facade of Liz, I'll lead the march over to where the Emperor is.
She'll follow, tablet in hand.
Trek over. I will, like, sort of quietly ask Raiden, can you do anything about the radiation in this area? Because I don't fucking like the amount of bullshit we're walking up to.
In theory, let me try something. I mean, there's a lot around here, and I mean a lot.
She'll also like look and be like, to be fair, if the records were updated, I would have straight up said, "Fuck no, we ain't meeting here."
I don't know how long they'll give me time, but I don't know if I could just quote unquote fuck off out of here for like 5 minutes, hide somewhere and absorb the radiation. I don't think they'll let me do that.
I mean, it's just a thought.
Unless potentially I could sneak away right quick, because there's plenty of skulls around here I could hide in.
Shiv will turn to look at them. I don't think anything you could do in a short amount of time would be... what's the
Yeah.
word I'm looking for?
Beneficial.
Yeah, that's the one. Because I think even for the amount that you could absorb within 5 minutes would be completely negligible to the just massive amount blowing around the planet.
Yeah.
Like, this is we need something like Opus level project.
I could still work on it. It'd be a Dominion thing for me, though.
I mean, is the radiation an issue? We're all here relatively fine, are we not?
I mean, Shiv's wearing an environmental suit, but otherwise, yeah.
Everybody
So what?
else seems
Just don't get
okay.
hit.
I mean, that is just making you fine, and a hit isn't going to wreck your suit because it is now considered part of your equipment.
Fair.
They would have to specifically go after your suit instead of your person, at which point that's probably not even worth it, because even if they break your suit, radiation is going to instantly damage you.
Yeah, they can kill you a lot faster with their fists.
Yeah.
All right. At this point in time, you do see Jergen at the just south of you, walking towards you.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough. I'll wait where I am and wait for him to get next to us. I assume he's supposed to be like our escort of sorts.
Mm-hmm. This is just so you guys know who's who. Because there's a lot of them. Once again, we meet. Are you ready? And Liz, Madam Director.
As ready as I'll ever be.
We wouldn't be here if we weren't.
Right. Very well.
Also, your boy the Emperor seems a little scared. Bringing the whole contingent for little old us.
That is what he normally has.
And so he's just all that scared. Got it.
It's a bit disconcerting though, coming to what was meant to be a diplomatic meeting and he shows up with a small army.
That's his entourage. He always has that many.
Such is the case. Lead the way.
Very well. Do not get too close to the Emperor, or you will find yourself in a fight.
I'll
Oh no.
walk for as long as you direct me to, I suppose.
And he will stop about here. Because after that, then this guy will start telling him to back off. For the moment. They're big
Which
people.
one is the
so-
Emperor? Because they all have the same token except for the
Purple.
two smaller ones. I can't imagine
One
one of
marked
them.
in purple.
Yeah, purple boy.
Okay.
Do you
Makes it
not see
easy.
all the dots on them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Oh, great Emperor. We have brought Liz, or they have brought Liz with them, as you requested. The man that is Eris looks over at you, Ignis.
Mm-hmm.
And before he gets open his mouth, I can crack an effort to reveal the celestial. I ain't fucking around. Same way I did it on Daffy.
Okay. You crack it out effort to reveal the celestial. And he is glowing.
And is the thing attached to his back like it was with Safi?
It seems like they are one and the same. Like there is an aura between him and the other.
So is it different from how it was with Safi? Or the same?
Slightly. You're not sure if it attaches to the back, but it does seem like he has a complete aura around him.
Well, what I mean is when I did it to Safi, there was a visible second entity there.
Yes.
Okay. I'll look at Jergeon. There's your fucking proof. And I'll turn to the rest of the things. Your emperor isn't your emperor anymore. He's a puppet on strings. And that is what controls him. You have been lied to for the past, I don't know, way longer than I've been alive. Since this war started. Since your new wave of conquest started. You have been marching for the goals of another being. And while those goals may benefit you in the long run, they will only ever be to the true benefit of that thing. Do you really want to be the tools of something that has wormed its way inside your once leader?
You are such an insolent fool.
Suck my dick.
At this point in time, I do need a charisma from you.
I told Jergeon what was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
I was like, this is what I do.
Damn.
Honestly, if that had failed, Shiv would have been cracking an effort for reweave time.
It's almost like the
I'm
dude.
not kidding.
It's almost like the rebel is good at making people rebel.
Yeah, no shit. Looks over at the Emperor, and his people are confused. Everyone seems confused. Well, the four seem confused. The others not so much. They seem to have already known this. I have been your ambassador for years. For centuries. I have been your voice, and yet I have not known this of you. What are you? And then he looks over at you, both Ignis and to Cormac.
Who now has a beer?
Has a beer. God.
I will find a way to mimic that ability.
You basically fucking can.
No. See, I can mimic the ability of creating items and spawning them in. I can't mimic food.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure he can't either. He just happens to have beer on himself.
Yeah, but the way he does it, it's just some kind of spatial bullshit.
Yeah, it's because you're not paying attention when he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a 40.
Bullshit.
What? My beamer space. Or my beamer space.
Yeah.
The Emperor
Oh,
says
goddammit.
to everyone, I am more than one of you, but I can be your god, and I can still protect you as I've always done. I can bring you my promise to you. We can destroy Blengiel, and we can conquer all who has been our enemy, including these insolent, pesky ants that stand before us. And as this,
Excuse you?
Note that you've been trying to kill Blangiel for millennia and have failed at every corner. So
Ryan's gonna look over at Riley. Ants. That's just rude.
also,
Yeah, if anything, you'd be an uncle.
moving
For
on.
what, Jordan?
Nope, moving on. Nope, I didn't hear it. Moving on. And are you really? Can you really trust the words of something that has another entity worming its way through his brain? How do you know it's not it talking? How much of the Emperor do you really think is left?
at this point, I do not know.
Who said that one, Jergeon?
Jergeon.
Are all the yellow dot guys kind of just like, oh yeah, no, we're good. We knew this. This is cool. We know what's up.
Yeah, they really are. They already knew. They're
And look-
basically followers of him now. And so are the
And-
red guys.
Jergeon, look at them. They've already fallen under its control. They already knew this.
You asked me to follow you. And then he looks over at you, Cormac, this is Jergeon talking. And yet, you are not who you say you are. This one you call an ant has proven them right. This war shall end, and we will begin again.
Wait. You know what? We can talk later.
What?
No. They can wait till later.
Is there something else you're not telling us?
Oh no. It's just you said something and I had a thought, but it has nothing to do with the current situation. So I think we're good.
Yeah,
That's why I think it'd be faster if you just explain it. We've been harping on this for the last minute or so.
Well, what do you mean by begin again?
Be who we are. Be normal. Be our own people.
Like, what's the definition of normal?
Return to our homeland. Because we have
All
been out here long enough.
Right. This is what I meant, but this is a longer conversation that has to happen in the future. If you just accepted my original thing, then we would have been fine.
What? You told me we were to
Nope,
end
you're
the
right.
war.
Nope, you're right. Here's the thing. I haven't lied to you. I just got a little worried about something you said. There's some implications, but those implications don't matter if we don't win today.
I was confused.
All right, out of character. Cormac is like, begin again. Oh, you fool! Don't do that. Don't start your own crusade against the rest of the galaxy. Don't. I can't save you if you do that.
No, actually, he was just saying he's gonna go home. Which, according to the picture of what we showed, it was Kepler. There is no need to be going out to the different worlds and continue this war. It is time for us to take a break. The Emperor looks at him and says, "And you have become an insolent fool. Arrest him. And them." And as he does, the yellow ones move towards the ones that are in pink to arrest them. What do you all do?
I personally am considering doing something immensely stupid,
Go for it.
but I want to run it past the party first.
No, just do it. Don't ask.
Better than me.
Do or do not. There is no ask.
Karsa, that ship, is there anybody in the pilot seat?
You don't know.
I do this.
Okay, then it's still a stupid plan.
Oh, I can.
I was just going to head crash the ship. If there's nobody in the pilot seat, then the ship ain't going anywhere. Head crash for the record.
I have a yeah, of course.
Well, what's your idea?
Nuke.
Of course it is.
I can protect up to 12 allies.
Fair enough. Because I need to scroll all the way back down to
That
networking
or
again.
do the mist, because allies can see through the mist.
Honestly, I think the nuke would at least disturb the contingent that's there.
But if I nuke something, I'm nuking the ship. Or is there actually something else I can do for the ship? Hold on. Let me double check.
Oh.
Karsa,
Hmm?
are there any visible weapons on that ship?
Yes.
Well, if you've got a plan, I would like to know it before I completely render the
Take
ship
the wheel.
inoperable.
No, here's the thing. You wouldn't know because we don't have time.
Yeah.
You're acting now.
You gotta act now. No, nobody gets any time to think about this.
Well,
Your
so long as
planning
you-
should
so-
have happened
so no-
way before this.
well, so long as nobody's in the pilot seat, this can go off.
Head crash on turn. Commit effort for the scene. And a target visible machine or device that relies on computing hardware for the operation. One no larger than a building. This is a building size. All
Then,
computing
luckily, it still applies.
hardware. It's a little bit bigger than a regular building, but all computing hardware in its immediately and totally burn out, barring functions sparred by the Godbound. Objects held or vehicles piloted by the Warvico are immune to this gift. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that ship ain't going anywhere.
Dude, I would have done something way worse if I had.
I had the idea to take the wheel. It allows me to commit effort and choose a visible device.
I mean,
While the effort
I could
remains.
spare the weapons just in case I need to hack it.
Well, it's kind of late now. You've already done
I
your
could
Head
choose.
crashed.
job.
Yeah, barring functions spared by the Godbound. Meaning, I have a choice on what burns out.
So what are you burning out and what are you not?
But specifically, piloting and life support. That ship is grounded.
I might do the. Might gain control of the weapons. I don't know yet.
So committed effort and choose.
But would it only
Visible.
stay access to the scene,
Well,
or would I have to commit more effort to control more than one turret or something, or could I just focus all turrets on one particular thing?
I mean, it literally states there, if facing a starship, they could control hatches, visible engines, and surface weaponry. But
So if there's
you would need access to the bridge, like you would need to literally be on the bridge in order to have control over the internal functions.
Okay.
That does
So,
state if the
Yeah,
turret, any turrets that are visible to you would be under your control. If you
but
use
nothing inside.
then I guess I am going to actually do that then. I'm going to commit the effort for that.
Hold up, before you do that, I would like to point out that we might be within the minimum range that they can target.
Yeah, there is that. Like if it's,
Yeah.
I think it comes
fair.
down to Karsa has to define what weaponry is on the thing.
And what's the minimum range?
I know that there's at least the minimum range that you guys are out of it.
So basically, the minimum range is like what? Probably 180 feet.
I was
It's probably
thinking-
in the realm of miles. It's a spaceship, not.
Yeah, these are weapons
Fair.
designed for firing in like the
Okay.
megameter
So
distance.
then that
Yeah.
it's that idea.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Although, if they have the firing arc, in theory you could.
I could mortar it.
Yeah, you could potentially, if they have the firing arc, fire on the ground. I mean, to be fair,
You
if
could
I
just
would
order
take-
the hammer to fire in our location, couldn't you?
I could.
Riley would have to.
To be
Can't-
fair,
Yes, that was the question.
yeah, we don't actually have any like weapon stats for like what it could do. But I mean, to be fair, like my thing is, if I was taking over that ship, I would literally take that over and then just fire off the engines on one side, roll the whole fucking thing over.
Well, it's
That's the
parts
deal
of
with
it has been rendered inoperable, but yeah, you're the unfortunate for you. The railgun is not going to be able to work for you.
7, 8, 9. 9 allies. Or 8 allies. I get a 400-foot range. Doesn't even matter because I can cover everything.
Well, while you're rolling your nuke,
Do I want to make Carson roll a lot?
You're going to do it anyway.
Alright, well, you know what? Because I have to go for a slash.
First thing's actually first, and I'm gonna actually fly up though. So
real
I'm not
quick,
gonna actually just do the nuke just yet.
because I have to go for a slash. After he does whatever he's doing, my thing is to teleport up to that fucker, make a statement on like an ants, and then smack him in the face with the sword, and then teleport away.
That's
All right, we're on initiative, and Nav's going first.
All right.
Essentially, that's what we're fucking doing here, and then like,
Yep.
it's going to be a follow up in like 1 or 2 rounds. Carson's going to have to agree on what I can do with the hammer, because yeah, I'm probably going to shell this area.
Have anything before we start initiative?
fly up and pot shot the.
That would be
Thing.
on initiative.
Well, definitely flying up at least. Gives them distance from the ground. If possible, get a little distance from gun range.
Actually, the further you fly up, the more likely you are to be targeted by their turrets.
Oh, fair. Yeah, fair.
So that attack went towards the Emperor himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
The part that Nev forgot to say is they're committing effort for. I forgot the name of the gift that lets them do the.
The Alacrity one, right?
Yeah. The on turn, move 100 feet twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to be 100 feet away, that'll bring him back around here. If you want
Yeah.
to move his token back a little bit.
Just one.
so did Ryden move the nuke?
I think he
No,
just wants to go exactly back where he was because he said like the distance is within the 100 feet.
I'm
He
flying up
wanted to make the
first.
point. He just wanted to make the point of, I was here, now I'm hitting you, now I'm back again in the span of like 2 seconds, or not even
Fair enough.
half a second.
I do plan on going nuclear, but I'm just gonna fly up first, and because I don't.
Activating the wings, I believe, is on turn action.
Meaning you
I believe it
could-
is, yeah.
you could do it and still do the
Yeah,
nuke.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fly up and then do the nuke. Then.
Alright, you fly up and you use the note. Explain it
I'm gonna
and
specifically do it right here.
where?
In the middle of everything.
Show us the gift.
I really need to put it on my sheet.
Did I help him in everything?
The little boy. Alright. A small amount of matter undergoes fission, releasing massive amounts of energy. It will do 1d10 of heat damage for every 2 character levels rounded up.
Did I actually hit the fucker?
yeah, you did
Yes.
for 2 damage.
Ah, nice.
Alright.
Yeah, it occurred to me while I was standing in the picture there. Because Cormac made the celestial thingy visible, would I would that be a valid target for the rest of us?
It is visible.
Okay, so it would be a valid target.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it kind of occurred that I probably should have said that. Like, I would attempt to slash at that.
Okay.
But you know, like.
But it will be visible. Yes.
Yeah. For future.
All right. So roll your damage, Ryan.
Okay,
So
1d10
that's
for every 2
for-
levels rounded up.
We're level 4, so
2d10. I think, right?
Yeah.
creatures and damages affected by the blast are blown back 30 feet. If they hit a wall, they take an additional 1d6 damage.
So that'll be 5 damage. Then they all get an evasion save, which will not affect that damage.
So everyone but like us and Jorgen's group has to make saves.
Just roll a d20 at this point, Curse. Otherwise, you're going to be rolling for 1, 2, 3,
No, it's a
4,
D19
5, 6,
because the
7,
Emperor does not have a
7,
save.
12, 13, 14. It's still 14. It's still 13 rolls.
That save was bugger.
He always saves. That's part of his thing. Because he's always successful in his saves. So it's only 19.
No, it's still rolling a d20. Just roll it for the group.
Oh, I gotta find out where.
That's rude.
Well, important question to sort out real quick. There are a lot of things on the map, obviously.
Yup.
Are they all individual creatures, or are they part of one mob or two
Individuals.
mobs? All right.
That's why I was just saying, just roll a d20. Otherwise, she's going to be making.
Yeah,
Again,
that's kind of the point.
He wants me
Is-
to do that. He wants to make it annoying to me. Alright. Okay. So.
Oh wait, shit! Is every creature on this map a worthy foe?
Yep.
Ah damn.
This is an incredibly extreme encounter.
At
is.
least looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them failed at least.
So they'll be blown back
30 feet.
30 feet.
I'll throw this one.
That one takes, if it hits the wall, it takes an additional 1d6 damage.
I know.
So I'll go ahead and roll that up.
Like it'd be more worth it at higher levels.
It's still a good pushback ability. So like if they're one unit within melee range, it's a good pushback at least.
Okay. So I'm gonna put the ones that got hit by the nuclear. Okay.
And now there's Cormac and Ignis who still have to go.
Your thing technically wasn't a hostile action against people when they knew it was coming, so I could argue you have a turn too.
Oh.
1 second. One more thing. I have to do 2 more.
Oh yeah, the little wolf things, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I thought that was the 14 and 15.
No, those are red boys.
Might as well have been the 14 and 15.
Might as well. They were not touched either.
Well, I mean, they're still taking the initial damage. They're just
Yeah.
not taking the knockback.
Which is what? 5?
Those who failed to save are taking 1 additional damage if they hit an object in 30 feet.
Alright, well, 3 hit an object.
Regardless of whether or not they hit an object and take the additional damage, they are still prone.
You guys going for the, You two are going for the Emperor, I assume.
Free to make whatever assumptions you want.
I have an idea, but it can't come to fruition until next round.
Okay.
Because you gotta drop the skin?
Oh no, that part doesn't matter.
Oh, well, I guess I'll
Well, it kind
try
of matters. I do care about maintaining the facade of Liz for as long as possible, but if everything goes to plan, it goes away on that facade shatters on round 2.
Well,
Did you want to
Shiv
take the
is just
setup
gonna... Oh,
turn? Never mind.
I mean, it's very boring. I double move.
you're going to double move.
All right, Shiv, go ahead.
And Shiv's
But
just
you
gonna...
do be far away.
Yeah, fair enough. Shiv is going to try the Weathering Hour against the Celestial turret.
Okay. Well, you will hit.
For a paltry 2.
Who's better than none?
True. And that's Shiv's turn. Cormac, what are you doing?
I've been going back and forth with a couple of things. One idea was to just, leap forward, javelin to God, but I kind of want to see how unnatural this particular fake Celestial is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know the Celestials eat the advantage on damage from Sunstrike. So let's target Mr. Fake Celestial and see if he's got the same thing going on.
Trying to trigger a morale check?
No, this is just gaining information and dealing damage at the same time. So, am I rolling damage once, Carson, or twice?
I'm reading. If the sun is in the sky, the radiant strikes. The sun is in the sky.
It's the last sentence that matters.
Okay, so creatures not of this world, such as summon any entities, angels, and uncreated, take 1d damage per level. You will do it a second time.
All right. The fake Celestial is, in fact, basically like the Thanes. I don't know what we're going to do with that in the moment, except for advantage on damage, but whatever. First one. Second one. Well, we're definitely taking the first one. Which is cracking down for 11.
On the... Ouch!
And this is towards the Emperor, right?
Specifically the Celestial. Or the creation. The creator.
So far, everybody's hit just the Celestial. Okay.
I didn't call it out.
Yeah, Nabs was actually at the Emperor.
Yeah. Like I said I was attacking the Emperor. It was after the fact that I thought, damn, I should have went for the Celestial if possible, which is why I asked about that when I came back.
And Raiden's was to everybody on the field. So I guess yes and no when it comes to Raiden.
Right. I'm gonna assume that his was
I mean, if
Mine
it could
was
hit them
complete
both, it
AoE.
hit them both. Yeah.
well, he had a save.
The save does not stop the initial damage.
Yep,
No.
save doesn't stop the initial damage, so he still took 5.
Yeah. All right.
So, how much damage have we done to the Emperor now?
The
Not
Emperor,
enough.
Well,
7.
the creation,
Sol-
I guess.
The creation, 16. Oh, wait, plus whatever you did. 18.
That's a question real quick.
Hmm?
Could we get a description of what the creator actually looks like as a Celestial?
It looks like an alien mechanoid with a bunch of spikes coming out of its back.
Okay.
I could not find a picture that I wanted to use for it.
No, that's fine. I am personally of the opinion that pictures are not always necessary. Sometimes I do just like words describing something.
It does not look like a animal like the other celestials. It looks like a definite alien.
Alright.
With almost mechanoid looking with spikes coming out of its back. And the spikes is what you guys are most likely hitting.
And I will say that playing off the arrest them line, when I double move towards the Emperor, me as Liz kind of like has my hands up, feigning a surrender. Don't mind me.
So you're gonna act like you're surrendering yourself to the Emperor.
Yeah.
All right. The dogs, when you get close to him, get closer to you. Is that everybody who's done their thing?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all of us.
All right. At this point in time, I mean, we got 4 attacking with you and 10 attacking against. So, oh, actually 12 attacking against, and then you got the wolves that are going to be basically protective of their celestial. So Ignis, if you try to do anything, they're going to be the first thing that will attack you.
That's fine.
Are you trying to do anything as you get to that point?
Next turn, maybe. It depends on what happens.
Okay. At this point in time,
But for this initiative turn, I have no more actions and nothing else to do.
okay. At this point in time, we do have several things going on. Okay. Unlike the things that were before, they were the normal things. These things are the Emperor things, and they are actually more incredible. I'm going to go ahead and consider the ones that are on your guys' side at this moment to go first, and then the rest will go. Is that acceptable?
With the pink things?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Yeah, okay. As Jergeon will attack the yellow one next to that's coming towards him. And no, I don't think I did that right.
No, you just straight rolled a 20.
Yeah. Okay. That's an 18. That'll still hit. Oh, crap. Smack. And we had was it 6 points of damage you did, or was it 8 points of damage you did with that nuclear?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 5 points of damage.
With also being thrown, that was 3
Anything
more.
with the nuclear symbol you got on were thrown and are prone, and the ones that hit objects took the additional 1 damage.
Okay, so this one only takes 12. Okay. All right, so not happy with that, but he gets smacked hard. And then Jergeon has 2 attacks. And I believe that will practically... it didn't kill him. Oh, darn. But you...
Not... It's still here.
But this one right here definitely gets hurt. It looks very bloody as soon as Jergeon hits him. This one is going to go after this one. Okay.
Just a heads up, I do have to leave at 2.
Understood. They both hit. This is a D8.
And as you said, I did specify that Jorgen and his squad of Thanes were unaffected by the nuclear blast.
So they're just as fresh as us.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have this guy, because I'm going in a circle. We'll go after the one down here.
Caillou's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Why not?
fuck it, hit them while they're down.
Kick some
The
dirt in
old
the
term,
face.
take them while they're down applies.
And does hit pretty bad. Even though it's a D8.
I mean, everybody but Jergeon is a cannon fodder thing, it seems.
And then Thurgan, which is this guy.
We like Thurgan.
Thurgan is going to go after the one that hit also Jergeon. Damn.
That guy's getting fucked.
I think he's dead.
Oh, let a bad thing on thing action that resulted in a terminal smishing.
One has died.
What you're saying is death by snoo snoo.
So,
Hey, yo.
Hey, snoo.
so one of the things has been killed by 2 of the other things. The 2 that are working with you literally just ripped this guy apart. You saw the slice and dice from Jergeon from his sword as he pulls it
Like I said,
directly
we like
out and just slices him completely along the midside. Takes him out.
Bifurcation.
So, that's them. Now for the others. Now we have, unfortunately, 3 that are prone and 3 that are just that were knocked back. Or are they all prone?
I think it's their prone if they hit something.
Yeah.
No. They are knocked back and prone no matter what. They only take the extra damage if they hit an object.
Oh. So everybody who's got the radiation symbol is fucking prone.
Yes, and prone and Godbound means you stand up and your speed is 0 for the round.
So realistically, only the 2 red guys and the 2...
Well, no, they could get up and then use your action to move towards somebody. But like one of the guys who's prone has a dude in front of him. He can stand up and go to town.
Yeah. They can also use any ranged actions that they might have.
Yup.
They'll be using their range actions. That one won't. That one won't, because I'm using the them getting up as one action. They each have 2. Four. Oh, this goes to you, Raiden.
Oh. Oh, it's because I'm the flying. Is it because I'm the flying target?
No, it's because you blew him up.
It's because you blew him up. So,
Try to give him that dear wooden hello.
straight damage.
Yeah. They're having to shoot at me. They
3.
can't actually melee me.
Yeah, they're shoot. Every one of them has guns. So, shoot. 3.
Alright.
I don't know how I keep accidentally hitting that key combination.
I was like, a call? Who's calling me? From Jared? That's even more
You
confusing.
got another one attacking. That will be attacking you. Because you cause a lot of damage.
I mean, that's the point of going nuclear. And guess what? I do it again too.
Oh, this one you got 8.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Since it's straight damage, you've taken 11 damage so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop me down to 14 damage, 14 hit points already.
This is not supposed to be an easy fight at all.
I might just go nuclear option again.
Very
Oh,
good.
like,
2 rounds in a
damn.
row.
Yup.
This might.
Oh yeah, I can't. Fuck, you're right.
Yep.
Well,
Oh
that
damn! Didn't know
definitely
you were back to
hits.
being infinite.
Who's the closest to this one? It'd be Ignis, but Ignis is being taken care of.
I haven't made a
Um,
hostile action yet.
Right, so
No, that's why she's not targeting you.
you're not targeting.
Hell yeah.
But this will target you, Cormac. Because you did make the move against their Emperor.
Oh.
Oh no!
If we
It's
do
still
get back
only a
to...
1d8.
I'll just type it up.
I'm gonna say we get to the top initiative and then continue next
Yeah.
week if you have to leave.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I do know the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna activate both mechanical animals I've got. Get some more hit points on the board.
Okay. You will take 8 for that, and now I will go with the ones who are much more dangerous.
AKA Red Boys.
Yeah. They're much more dangerous. Okay, they just totally whiff.
They flail about ineffectually, as Cormac used to like to
I
say.
mean, no,
Who
they
they
whiff
attacking?
because they were attacking you because you're the one who
Oh,
made
fair
the
enough.
most
Yep.
noise.
AC 0. So Kari just gets hit once,
So
dies, that his beer got broken, pulls out another one, does all the other attacks go flying over him.
now,
This is why I'm glad I also have AC3, but also it sucks. Sometimes.
AC3 is the reason you get hit.
I can't get my AC any lower, my guy. Unless I make an artifact armor.
Well, fair enough.
now for the Emperor. The Emperor, you were the one who, Cormac, you were the one who did the most. Well, you brought out the Celestial.
Yeah.
This Emperor has 2 automatic hits. As he attacks you.
We will burn an effort on Defy the Iron on one of those.
Okay.
I'm assuming that would have taken you down otherwise.
No.
No.
Oh.
At this point in time, because he still had to get up from the ground, yeah, he will at this point in time be done. The monstrous beasts that are next to Ignis, once again, he is being in a way protected by them.
Out of curiosity, am I able to tell those things if those things are mutated or not?
You can try.
I believe I could immediately tell if they're mutated or not.
But they will not attack you at this point in time, Ignis.
And since Bryden is going to have to go and
We're going
Beans
to
are
call
at
it
the
right
top
here.
initiative.
Anyway, it's already 2 o'clock.
So,
This is
catch you
gonna
later.
this is gonna be an interesting this will be the final though for the season. Basically, this will be interesting.
I'm surprised we went straight to cutting the shit.
Yeah.
I literally told you I was going to.
Yeah, he didn't even.
There was zero.
bother to-
How are you surprised?
He didn't wait.
Yeah, I mean, Carmine's kind of made that point multiple times. That this was his plan all along. As soon as he is able to, first thing is, make that thing a viable target.
You were like, we should come up with a plan. I'm like, step 1. State Emperor shows up. I reveal Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how to be clearer, do you?
Fair enough. Oh, plans for next week. Try to survive.
I think you'll have an easier time with the yellow ones, but the red and purple ones you're gonna have a hard time with. And the green and blue ones, well, they're questionable.
I mean, one of us gets taken down, we go into, what is it, Divine Fury,
Yeah.
and do something?
I mean, do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with this is I don't. If you go to Divine Fury and your plan is to run, with the exception of Riley, you're not getting away.
Yeah, at most I freaking
Might pull it
personal
off.
Well, at most I could personal transmission to something inside to like a weapons room inside the ship and then fall prone for like 20 minutes.
Well, no, it's if the ship starts to spool up, because it isn't instantaneous, they just destroy your engines.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
don't have to kill you, they just have to ground the ship.
Yeah, like I just did to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what ship are you talking about here, Magica?
Either
shuttle.
ours or if it extends things a little longer, the Thane ship. That last one is the worst option.
So, yeah, Carza, you need to check your DMs because I sent you a message.
Okay.
You know she doesn't do that during game. Be nice.
Well, I mean, we're not in game anymore. We might still be recording, but session is effectively over.
Which makes me sad, 'cause I really wanted to do my next turn.
What is your plan?
Don't worry about it. You'll see it next week.
You'll see
Find
it
out next week.
Find out next week, guys, when we continue this attack that I don't know if you call it awesome or crazy or stupid.
Find out next week on
That-
Dragon D's Nuts.
I mean, I expected there to be a contingent.
Oh, there's a huge contingent with the Emperor.
I didn't expect him to be alone. I was aware of that, but I was looking at this, I'm like, well, fuck it, death or glory, let's go.
And if you die, you get to make the gambler.
Anyway.
I might do the soldier, I haven't decided.
You came up with another one?
Yeah, I have to.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, well, this is Karsa KKWX. Karsa is my name, KKWX is my empire. We are signing off for the day from this battle in Godbound, Opus, Trust Issues. Goodbye!